Okay, guys, this is road trip part 2. Well, technically, I think this would be like part 4 or 5 in the video. But this is our second road trip. I gotta take this bastard home. So I gotta go all the way back down to Phoenix, drop him off. But we are going back home a different way. So I'll have a little bit more pictures and video footage and stuff. But anyway, we're actually on a different road right now. Instead of taking Illinois Highway 2, we are on... We took 81 out of Beloit, and now we're on 11. And we're taking this, I think, more towards Dubuque. I think it's kind of where we're going. And last time we didn't go through Dubuque. We crossed over 80, which is quite farther south. Now, it might have me jump on the river road and go down to I-80, and we'll cross the Mississippi down there. But we'll see. I don't know. I didn't take that close of a look at the map. So I also know, too, that in the northern part of the country, there's very little chance of rain today. However, where we're staying down in Liberal, Kansas, yes, we're staying in that town again. As of this morning, they are having rain down there. Showers, intermittent, here and there and stuff like that.
Sounds like Kansas.
Yeah. But I also think that in the heat of the day, those showers will kind of dissipate and vanish. So I don't think we'll have any issues. Okay, so we are passing through the town of Monroe. As you know, we've walked through this before. We've hiked through it on the Badger State Trail. And this is the cheese capital of the state here. I know Wisconsin is the cheese capital of the world. This is the cheese capital of the capital, okay? If the cheese manufacturing community had a capital building, it would be Monroe. They actually make cheeses here that are not made anywhere else in the world. Even stuff that started out in other parts of the world, they have basically started making it here, solely here. You can't buy it anywhere else. I think Limburger cheese or something like that is only made here. It's no longer made in Limburg, Germany. If I flip the camera around, I'll show you one of the best spots to go for a sandwich and some Jaeger sticks.
Not that shit.
Okay, so those white towers, those white silos there, that is the place that I wanted to kind of point to you and point and say, yeah, that's the place to go. But as you can see, I can't see it. And for the life of me, too, I cannot remember the name of the company off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up, so I'll put it in the video right here. And if you guys ever want to check it out, feel free. And downtown, there's a restaurant, Min House. Go check that out. Great food and really good cheeses. You gotta try their Limburger cheese sandwich. All right, Greg needs to show you what my wife made for him.
So, for the Renaissance Fair, she made me a giant octopus. His name is Tentacles. Don't ask me how to spell it, because I don't know. And when she made him, the first thing she tells me is his eye shines, to these little white dots, they're not symmetrical. And so, the first time I look at him, I tell her, he also has a front tentacle, which, if you're being correct, should have 4 on each side. Octopus. So, but he is quite large. I mean, he's a behemoth, and she crocheted the whole thing in like 3 months.
And you wore it.
I did. I wore it to the Renaissance Fair. I wrapped him around my neck.
Yep, and tied it.
I tied him to my person and wore him. I was so hot and my shoulder was sweating because he is chunky.
You hear that, dear? He says your octopus is chunky. Okay, so we are in Iowa. We crossed the Mississippi River and we ended up staying on 11 all the way to 151, which is actually how you get into Iowa over the Mississippi. So yeah, nice easy trip. So we are in Dubuque. I think I stayed on 151 for quite a while. But yeah, Dubuque is just a beautiful city. Just beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Had to stop the head banging for a little bit. Okay, so we just did a quick little bathroom break in Anamosa or something like that. Something like that. Anamosa, Iowa. Yeah, just a quick little bathroom break. And back on the road. We've already traveled a little over 2 hours already. We're doing quite good.
We are.
But it's also quite sad on how flat the terrain's also gotten already. So we're gonna have a long day of just flat terrain again.
Oh yeah, and we kind of, like I said earlier, is we just kind of said "fuck you, Illinois." And we went around
Yeah.
it.
As you guys know, when we got into Illinois on our way back, I hit a deer. So I said, let's just bypass that area. You know, actually, it would have been kind of cool to go that way to see if the deer was still there or not, or if.
Hey, we could have found the emblem.
And who knows? Maybe the deer actually lived. We don't know. I don't know if I actually killed it or not.
That
we
thing
didn't. Yeah, it bounced pretty good off the car, but it did not damage the car really.
There was nothing left on the car either.
So maybe it survived. We don't know, and I just never looked either. So I didn't check on it to see if it was still alive or anything. I don't even think I stopped until I was a good 100 feet down the road or more. I was actually talking with my friend Dell. He came over this past weekend, and I was telling him, cars have been around for 100 plus years, and the interstate highways have been around for, 70 of those years, and deer still have not learned how to cross the street properly. They still don't seem to be able to look for traffic. So, that's not my fault. If the deers can't teach themselves to cross a road, then they deserve to be hit.
Yeah.
All right, so we have, let's see, what was it, back in Iowa City, I think?
Yeah.
We exited 151, got onto I-380, and we are now coming up on I-80. So, yeah, we're just about to our standard driving route now.
Just about.
But we're still making good time. We've driven another hour or so. We've just been talking a whole bunch of stuff about. He's just fascinated with my old house. He really is.
It's 120 years old. How can I not? I'm a history nerd.
So he keeps on telling me everything I need to fix in my house.
Correction, I keep telling you everything wrong with your house.
Yeah, let's see. We've talked about some medical stuff that's been going on, and just a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
And we still have 10 and a half hours to drive today.
Mm-hmm.
In the process of me talking to you, I have exited the 380 and got onto I-80. So, yeah, we are on track. We're going through a construction area, so I'm going to put you guys down so I can drive. Okay, guys, so we are still on I-80. We're still trucking along as best we can. And we have decided that we'll probably stop in Des Moines just for some lunch. It'll probably be about close to noon by the time we get there. And yeah, we'll just kind of see what we can find. We'll probably just do fast food, grab and go, and keep on trucking down the highway. All right, just that little update. Bye. Okay, Greg, how happy are you right now? I took his Popeye's chicken virginity. He's never had Popeye's before, and I was telling him about the chicken sandwich. He's like, "Oh, this is awesome."
You don't think chickens and pickles would be good together, but they're fan-fucking-tastic.
What I love about it too is that nice thick piece of chicken too.
It's not some like little piddly-ass piece of chicken. It's a chicken.
Yeah, it's a chicken breast, not 4 ounces of a chicken breast.
This ain't no anorexic chicken.
No. It is a well-endowed chicken breast.
It's a full-formed chicken booby.
And I also like that we ordered a large French fry, and this is their large French fry. It's a box full of fries.
Just casually. Just a box.
So I've been to Popeyes before. There's one up in Janesville, but yeah, once I saw that, or once he said that he's never been to a Popeyes, it's like, all right, I know where we're going for lunch. Well, we made it to the Red Highway area.
Stained with the blood of my enemies.
Yep. Hey everybody, can you guys do me a favor? Reach out and slap him and tell him to shut up about his Pontiacs.
No. It's 21 years old, older than I am, and it is my child.
The thing is, he doesn't talk about just his car. He talks about Pontiac. We're just driving along, and there's a Pontiac across the divider on the interstate.
Pontiac.
He's like, Pontiac.
It's an impulse at this point.
Just reach out and slap him, would you?
It's an impulse.
Okay, so we have decided that we kind of like Iowa. It's actually got character to the landscape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like random hills.
Yeah. It undulates up and down. I'm sure it's just the area we're in. I'm sure if we went more westward, that would flatten out quite nicely. But right now, where we're at on I-35, nice undulating hills.
It's almost like waves.
We see corn. We see cattle. Yep, pretty nice. We just know that as soon as we hit Kansas, there's not going to be a fucking thing there.
Nope.
I have to start the camera up every once in a while just to shut him up.
You're welcome.
You know, I would put more footage of us talking into this video, but if I did that, there would be too much footage. He literally doesn't shut up. Literally doesn't shut up.
And I've had 4 hours of sleep.
And he's had a lot of caffeine.
My brain hurt.
It is not a good combination. Ready to buckle down. I mean, we're already tired because we're over 6 hours in, right?
Just about.
So yeah, it's pretty bad when the last half of it is that boring ride through Kansas. There's just nothing there. I mean, we don't want to sit there and complain that much about Kansas, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing nice to say about Kansas, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sure there's nice things to say about Kansas, but we haven't found it.
Not in the highways, that's for sure.
Okay, so just a quick bathroom break, gas fill up. We've done 466 miles on this tank. I wasn't in need of it. I still had probably about a quarter of a tank to go, and so I probably could have gotten almost another, I would say 180 miles or so, but I figure I've got 415 miles to go to our hotel, so I won't have to do another gas stop. This is it. Boom, we're done. Okay, so we finally made it through Kansas City. Now we're in Kansas.
Kansas, yep.
But we actually did make a wrong turn in Kansas City. I was supposed to have gone to my right, and I didn't, and stayed to my left, and yeah, just kind of missed the turn. But, you know, navigation knows how to figure it all out, and we got back on, no problem, so no big deal.
Yeah.
You know, added a whole whopping 2.5-3 minutes to the drive. So now we've got the long haul across Kansas. We have 6 hours to go, and it's all in Kansas.
It's not like we haven't already gone through several other states within the past 6 hours.
Yeah, we've gone through Wisconsin, and we actually bypassed Illinois, so
Because
we didn't have that.
sucks.
So Wisconsin, Idaho, Iowa, and Missouri in 6 hours.
Yeah, now the rest
Now
is just
Kansas is the other 6 hours. Okay, we finally got off the interstate. We are on this beautiful Highway 50. This is the U.S. Highway 50.
Yes.
And yeah, this is where Kansas really starts to get flat.
Oh, look, water.
So,
the most interesting thing we've seen.
The highway was a little bit of undulation, and now these state highways, local highways, U.S. highways, they just seem to be really flat and really straight. least all the ones I've ever been on in this state are anyway. Well, what's new about this trip compared to my last one is there are no rain clouds around. I like that. I don't have to sit there and duck and dive and weave between rain systems.
That's always nice.
Greg's looking for a rack and pinion for his Grand Prix, so if anybody has one, contact him.
Let me know.
His phone number is...
My phone number is 666-DINAHOLE.
Dino.
If Satan picks up, tell him I don't owe him anything. It's my soul, I stole it fair and square.
Okay, so I lied. We are actually coming into some rain clouds. We are going over here to Hutchinson. Of course, we're at the blue dot. So follow that line to Hutchinson, and that's kind of the way we're going. So yeah, we're going to be crossing through some storms. As you saw by the radar, we will probably be dodging between, hopefully between a couple of storm cells. And I'll just keep you posted on the weather and what's going on. It's just kind of weird that this is where I started seeing the storm clouds last time I was down here. Just weird that I'm seeing them now again. Okay, so the winds have picked up drastically, and it's just getting darker and darker and darker.
Yep.
We've seen lightning flashes, just gray clouds. Alright guys, here we go. This is our storm that we're trying to hopefully hit this bright area right over there, but I don't know if the road is going to go over there or not. This dark area is kind of pushing a little bit southeast towards us, and the dark stuff over here is actually coming northeast towards us. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting system. It's like it's just growing like right here. So we're trying to get there, but I don't know if I'm going to get there fast enough. Alright guys, here we go. We're getting into the heavier rain now. Very heavier rain. Alright guys, we have made it through the bulk of the nasty stuff. Still got this lighter stuff to go through. Might be doing that for the next hour. Just gotta watch the hydroplaning right now. That's kind of the big issue. There's been a couple of times already where I've hydroplaned enough to where it kicked off my cruise control. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if this storm here is going to keep on pushing south and come over us, or if it's moving more of a easterly direction. I just don't know. But right now, I've got very little rain hitting the windshield, and it's looking pretty good on my southeast over this direction. But yeah, that was an intense little storm. That was pretty impressive. I haven't gone through a rainstorm like that in quite a while. In fact, I think the last time I went through a rainstorm like that was when we were coming back and we hit the mountains. That was nasty. The one in the mountains, people actually stopped on the road. It had gotten that bad. And then, I mean, they were crawling. They didn't come to a complete stop, but they were doing like 10, 15 mile an hour. Just ridiculous. Alright, we are completely out of the rain now. We still have that system that's just over there, but I think we're going to be able to skirt along the front edge of it and not get any more rain. I don't think it's really coming down towards the south. I think it's just going to stay over there, maybe pushing a little bit east. So, we are out of the rain. This is what our skies look like.
Decisively better.
Yeah, that's much better. That's the dark stuff over there. But yeah, that's basically what's in front of us now. That's awesome. Good, good, good. That was still a little more intense than I was expecting. Yeah, the rain chance down here was only like 40%. But yeah, we hit that 40%. Okay, so the plan now is I think we're going to do only maybe about 15-20 minutes more of driving, then we're going to stop for dinner, I think. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. I'm supposed to be turning on to State Highway 61, but I don't know if there's going to be any restaurants. I can't remember. That might be where Pratt is, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know. So we're just going to keep going, find a place to eat, grab and go, and hopefully we'll still make it to our hotel room by 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock. Kind of depends. Okay, kiddies, we are back in the car. We stopped at, what was it called? Dutch Kitchen? Is that right? Okay. So we stopped at Dutch Kitchen. They had on the menu Wisconsin cheese curds.
That was a damn lie.
That's a damn lie. Those were not Wisconsin cheese. That might have been Wisconsin cheese, but that is not a Wisconsin cheese curd.
No, it was frozen. Still, when they served it to me, it was still cold.
Yeah.
But that was a frozen, deep-fried curd, and it was breaded, not battered.
Yeah.
It was depressing.
Yeah. Wisconsin cheese curds are always battered, never breaded. Never. And you always use a fresh cheese curd, never frozen.
Never aged.
Never aged. No,
weird.
nothing like that. All right, I'm coming up on some construction again already. So I'm going to put you guys down. We got a little less than 3 hours to go, and we'll be at our hotel. So I might just see you at the hotel. Okay, bye. Yeah, I know the horizon line is looking pretty dark and gloomy, but the sun is also setting. It's coming up on, what time is it? It's past 8:30. But there are a few storms up there, but I don't think we're going to get hit by anything. I don't think. We got a little more than an hour of driving left. Thank God. My knees are starting to cramp up a little bit. Then we'll get to our Days Inn in Liberal, Kansas. And then we'll wake up at 3 a.m. and get on the road again, right?
Yes. So ergo, don't sleep so then he can drive and I can sleep in the car.
Now, we'll probably be on the road again by around 7 o'clock. And since we're going to go into a different time zone, and I don't think Phoenix, the whole Phoenix area, I don't think switches for daylight savings time, so they're actually 2 hours behind us. So when I get there, it should be closer to about maybe 8 o'clock their time. Hopefully. If things go smoothly and all that, blah, 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 yakety schmackety. But, I mean, even once we get into Liberal, the drive tomorrow is still going to be going through that super flatland area until we hit basically I-40. But yeah, it's starting to get a little bit dark out, so I don't know how much more recording I'm going to do before we get to the hotel. So I'm just going to sign off here and say I'll just see you at the hotel. All right? Bye, guys.